Hi there, I'm John Keirstead from Arctic Spas. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about using your spa in the summertime and some of the questions that we get asked regarding that. Obviously, hot tubs is not the first thing that comes to mind in the summer, unless you're using in the evening, which is usually a little bit cooler. But we do get asked on a fairly regular basis, hey, can I cool my hot tub off? And the short answer is no, you can't. There's not a chiller on these. Because there isn't a chilling system on, you can't actually cool the water that way. But there are ways that we can do this still by using a few techniques. Now, one of them you may have seen in some of my other videos. One of the things that we do with an Arctic Spa is we capture the waste heat from the pumps, and we use that to help heat your tub. Well, in the summer, it really doesn't cost that much to heat your tub anyway, so that extra money savings that you get by capturing it can actually lead to a hot tub that's quite hot, because we set it so that it can go several degrees above your set point, kind of like storing up the energy so that your main heater doesn't have to come on. And so in the summer months, people's heaters, we actually track in the app and stuff like that. We can track what's coming on, what's not coming on, and often people's heaters don't come on at all during the summer months. So if your spa is getting too hot, we have summer doors that we recommend. It's basically a vented door. The other thing that is really helpful if you want to cool your tub off is at nighttime, if you leave the lid off for an hour or so, you'll cool off, the water temperature will drop. One of the first things I tell people to do is turn your temperature down. If you turn your temperature down, but be careful, because there's a suspend feature for your filtration system, right? So if your tub gets a few degrees above the set point, it'll actually suspend your filter. If you have that ticked off in your app or in the portal, what happens is the water gets too hot and it stops filtration, and then you end up with water that maybe isn't as nice as you want. So you can actually untoggle that, turn your temperature down to say 90 or 85 or whatever the temperature is that you'd like to see it. But keep in mind, there's no chiller on this. So if the temperature outside is 100 degrees or so, or the ambient temperature is 90 degrees, you're not going to get your water at 85 degrees. You could get it to 90, that's as cool as it will get. Now, if in the evenings it cools off, then use that to cool your water down. That's one way. The other thing is a lot of times the water from our taps or from our hose is going to be considerably cooler than the temperature of your water. So if you notice in the summer, you get a lot more evaporation and stuff like that on the spa when you top up with the cool water. If you want your tub cooler, top it up right before you use it, and your water will be several degrees cooler. We actually have the hose hanging over top of ours where we do it, and often leads to some fun, spraying people in the hot tub and having a little fun that way. And our water comes out quite cold. So that's another way that you can do it. That's really it. If you want to cool your tub off, those are really the only two ways that you can do it. Or if you were interested in a cold tub, all of our cold tubs that we feature at Arctic Spas, the cold tub brand, they're also hot tubs. They can be both. So if you're looking for something where in the summer you want a cold tub that you can cool off in, and in the winter you want a hot tub that you can soak in, look at a cold tub brand spa. I'm John Keirstead for Arctic Spas. Thanks for watching the video.